A project in case is the main container for your test suites, test cases, and all the other items related to a real-life project. A project is also on the top level of the hierarchy of your account. So to look up your existing projects, you would need to navigate to the projects area, and in here you have two available views, the list view and the card view, which you can switch between right here. Any project can be made into a favorite project by clicking a star icon, and then it will be showing on the top. Also in here you can sort your projects by one of the columns, as well as you can see the brief statistics about the different entities within that project, such as the number of unresolved defects, number of test runs performed, how many milestones have been created in it. In this view, you can also search for projects by their title, as well as apply the filters to look up the projects by their status, and projects can be either active or archived. Additionally, you can put another filter on the top by one of those properties of the project. Now, if we want to create a new project, we would hit that button to create a new project, give it a title. A project code is filled in automatically, but you can change it to something else that fits better. Project code can be important in the future when you set up automations, when you set up integrations via API. Description is optional, so you don't have to fill it in if you don't want to, but to provide context to the team about it, it might be a good idea. Now, a project, when you create it, can have one of the access types given to it. It can be either private or public. Essentially, if you make a project public, it's going to be available to anybody who is currently a member of your account, as well as anybody who joins your account at a later point. If you make it private, you can choose one of the three options. You can add every current member of the account to have access to this project. That means that no future members are going to be added automatically. Only current ones are. You can also add members from a specific user group, and the user groups will be discussed in one of the later videos, but for now let's remember that here you can specify that you want to provide access to this project to members of a specific user group. Or if you want to hide your project from everybody's eyes for a time being, maybe you want to give yourself time to fill out the library properly, to create all the test cases, and only then share it with others, it's absolutely possible as well. Just choose the option not to add the members. And when everything is ready, you can go ahead and create a project. At this point, you are taken to the project repository where all the other items, all the main library of the test cases is going to be found. Before we move any further, let's take a look at the settings of the project, and specifically we're going to look at the general and project access tabs here. So in the general tab, you can see pretty much the same project, the same project properties we have been seeing when creating a project. But in here, you can also change a project access type to a different one from the project access type you set up initially. So you can make it public or private at any given point. And if the work has been finished on the project, you can mark it as archived so that it's not obstructing the view in the main projects area. Also, project can be deleted, and don't forget to hit that update settings button if you change something so that those changes are applied. And the next tab we're going to look at is the project access. So if your project has been set to be private, so it's shared either with a selection of people or with just a specific user group, that's where you will be managing who's got access to this particular project. Hitting Add User button will allow you to add the members that currently are in the account already. So it's not a point where you would invite new people into your account. Rather, those people that have already joined your account can be granted access to this project at this point. You can also revoke the access at any given point from a person you've granted it to before. All the other tabs you're seeing here in the settings of the project are also related to some other features, so I'm going to talk about them in more detail in the future videos. So stay tuned and let's move on to our next video.